I was talking to a homeboy of mine the other day that I was in prison with, and we were talking about dreams. See, both of us were big dreamers on the inside, and we were having a conversation about fantasy. Is fantasy a good thing or a bad thing? See, because in there, the fantasy and the big dreams and the big goals and aspirations, it's what kept me. It's what kept us. But there were two type of dreamers and fantasizers in prison, and I'm using this story to speak to you, the individual, right now, riding in your car at home, having a big dream, having a big fantasy, having a big idea, but also feeling as if you're in some type of social, economic, cultural prison, financially, emotionally, spiritually, environmentally. And we were talking about this idea, right? And we were saying that fantasy is a double-edged sword. It can be both positive and negative, because I can fantasize, you can fantasize, and with no action, it keeps us stagnant. We become okay with the fantasy, and that keeps us. But then I began to speak that fantasizing is not necessarily a bad thing. It can be a beautiful thing to be childlike, to have an imagination, to be like Willy Wonka, to explore. But big fantasy has to then be combined with small action. Dream big, but play small. And I know people say, don't play small, you play big. But no, you can't play big until you play small. Dream big, but play small. Fantasize, but take the small daily steps and actions required to get there. That is the recipe. It's the daily chops. It's the daily attempts. It's the daily calls. It's the daily steps. It's the daily stepping outside of your comfort zone that becomes very, very important. And it's the discipline, the habits, and the rituals that are going to enable you to play small on a consistent basis, because now we start to talk about consistency. Discipline, habits, and rituals on a daily basis, playing small. And the beautiful thing that begins to happen when you begin to understand the importance of becoming your message. See, that's when it starts getting good. Even if the outer world does not reflect the idea, the fantasy that you have in your head, when you begin to play small on a consistent basis by changing your discipline, habits, and your rituals, and you start to become your message, then the whole idea of success begins to evolve and transform into something that only the infinite could have ever pictured and imagined. It feels good. You speak a different way, you walk a different way, you connect a different way. And sometimes we over glamorize the people who have been successful and made. And there are individuals right now today who are not quote unquote successful, but who have become their message, and they're getting in line, and they're getting in tune, and they're helping 5 people, 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people. These people may go unnoticed in the history books, but they are just as important. So when you begin to see life in this particular way and truly have a love for humanity and a love for yourself and a love for your path, your life will change, and the lives of those around you will change, no matter how big or small. So dream big, but play small. Become your message, and it will become therapy for yourself, and you will become an instrument for others. And I say this with the utmost conviction, because I'm walking it on a daily basis, and I'm so thankful. I love you. I really, really mean that. Even if I don't know you, because you're human and we're all connected beyond our wildest imagination. Peace.